Hello, how are you doing? I'm bored. This is inspired by one of my favorite ex-listeners, and he does Teenage Mutant Ninja ex-listeners. Not all of them, but he's done a lot of them. I keep saying a lot of them. He doesn't do all of them or a lot of them. He does some of them, and I really like them. This is inspired by his recent one, and I really want to do it. It's sad, and I like it, so I'm giving it to you. I hope you enjoy this, and bye-bye. It's 1 in the morning. You're looking at your phone, laying in bed. You just texted Leo, "Hey, you didn't come over tonight. I'm just worried. Are you alright?" It showed that it was sent, and he saw it, but he hasn't replied. You got a little worried, but he was a ninja after all. He can handle himself, right? Well, I guess time to go to bed. But before you did, you wanted to call him one last time. No answer. You left a voicemail. "Hey, Leo, I'm just worried, and I just want to make sure that you're okay. Alright, bye." Hang up and get ready to go to sleep until you hear a buzz. You grab your phone and look at it. It was a text from Leo. You frankly open it up, and it says, "Sorry, I didn't text back. It's been weird lately, and patrol was late tonight. Sorry." Late? It never really made sense. Usually, when he said late, it would be to 12 or 11, but you don't think it's late. But to 1 in the morning? That's odd, especially for the blue turtle. You make sure to keep everything in schedule. If it's not in schedule, it's usually by something that makes sense. But he didn't give you a reason whatsoever. He just said it was late, and that was it. You're confused. You decided to see him in the morning. But you text him back saying that is alright. And you put your phone down and went to bed. The morning comes around and you get up to go to the lair. Made sure to text Donnie that you were coming over to see them. You frantically walk over there to find the nearest entrance to the sewers and walk through the entrance. You see Mikey playing video games, Raph making a sandwich, and Casey playing with Mikey. Casey doing video games with Mikey. Raph saw you and said, Hey, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm here to see Leo," he said. "Well, he's been in his room all morning, so..." Thanks, Raph." "No prob." "Oh, hey, hey! I was wondering if you want to play video games." Not now, Mikey. I'm in the middle of doing something." "Okay. Hey, Casey, you want to play another round?" "Sure, I got nothing better to do." "Alright." You head up to the blue mask's room and open the door. You didn't know what to expect. You walk around, looking around and such, and you see his desk. You felt weird about it, like it was off. You just walk over to his desk and you look through it. Blueprints of Donnie's work with Leo's handwriting, and then a photo of him and Karai. It fills you with dread. Feels like something's going on. Doesn't feel right. He did tell you that he was over Karai, but you were never really too sure. You pick up the photo and you turn it around. It showed an address, but it wasn't Leo's handwriting, neither of any of the brothers, and or Casey's and April's. Neither Splinter's handwriting. Odd. It doesn't look familiar. What are you doing here, listener? You frantically put the photo down and say hi. Oh, hey! I just wanted to check up on you. You were acting weird last night, and I just wanted to make sure you were alright. Well, I'm fine. Patrol was pretty late last night. Mikey decided to do an ambush on Raph, and next thing you know, they got into an argument. That makes sense. Are you alright? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Are you sure? You look like you saw a ghost for a minute. It's just because you startled me. I thought you were asleep. Well, I was, and then I woke up. It's pretty simple. That makes sense. A few minutes later, you hear Mikey screaming and Raph cussing. They're at it again, huh? Wonder what Mikey did this time. Leo gets up from the bed, gets ready, and was ready to walk out. You coming? Oh, I'll be there in a minute. I think I left something here at one point. You lied to the blue masked turtle, gives you a weird look, but then shrugs and walks out. While yelling, Raph, let go of Mikey! You frantically go through grab the photo, and write down the address. Felt like something was wrong. You put it in your pocket, put the photo back, and then walk off. The rest of the day was normal, but Leo seemed off. Like, not himself. Suddenly, the news came on, saying that some bandits and or criminals that were unknown broke into a specific place and stole a bunch of stuff. Specifically, this one expensive thing. Everyone looks at the TV and then looks at Leo. So, what's that about? What are we gonna do? Leo looked out of daze. Hey, Leo, are you alright? You say to him. He shakes his head and says, I'm fine. Just have a lot of thoughts in my head. And then Raph speaks up. What, you're not gonna defend your ex-girlfriend? Immediately you look over at Raph and then look back at Leo. Ex-girlfriend? What are you talking about? You look back at Raph while saying that, and, well, Johnny explained. Well, Karai and Leo dated for a while before realizing they were siblings. I thought you already knew, though. Leo told us you knew. No, I didn't know whatsoever. Leo, you never told me this. Leo gives you a glance but then looks away. Well, I just didn't want you to worry. After all, you were worried enough about me and Craig. I didn't want to worry you too much. You decided to believe his story even though it didn't seem believable. Alright, I'll take your word for it. The rest of that day was weird. And Leo, after that conversation, went off to do training. And You felt off and you waited for him to come back. And waited and waited. It ended up with you walking home with Mikey, so nothing bad would happen. Hey, are you alright? Oh yeah, I'm fine. I have a lot of thoughts on my mind. Is it about the cry thing? Yeah. Like, why wouldn't Leo tell me? And his story about it didn't make sense. I wouldn't have cared. It would have been nice to know though. So I could be cautious. What do you mean? Okay, you gotta promise me not to tell any of the brothers. I feel like it's important, but I don't want Leo to know that I found this out, okay? Alright. I found this photo of Karai and Leo, and it had an address on the back of it. It didn't have his handwriting, neither anybody else's that I know, so I wrote it down. It feels like it's important. I feel like it's important, but I'm not sure. If it's alright, could I possibly tell Donnie? Could he keep secrets? I can ask. Alright, here. You hand him the note that had the address on it. Thanks. I'll make sure to give it to D. Okay. See ya, Mikey. Alright, bye. Mikey walks off, jumping onto buildings and disappearing into the night. You walk into your apartment and look at your phone, seeing Leo's contacts. You sighed, with dread in your heart. You feel like it was off. You knew something was wrong. You just didn't want to believe it. What am I gonna do? You loved Leo with all your heart, but knowing that he used to be in love with Karai and all of this happening, you feel like he's still in love with her, even though he reassured you. But you just couldn't feel sure anymore. It hurt your heart, but you knew what you had to do. Back at the lair with Leo. Leo was in the dojo, meditating, but also thinking of why he didn't tell you, why he should have told you, and then a buzz comes from his phone. He grabs it and two pop up, Karai and you. He was about to click on Karai before April came in. Before you called Leo, you decided to call April and tell her what the plan was. Are you sure? Are you really sure about this? Yes, I'm sure. I just can't take it anymore. Knowing about this fact, and he didn't even tell me himself, and I had to hear it from his brother. I'm scared that he's still in love with her. And if I learn that later in my future, it's just gonna hurt even more. So, I'd recommend breaking it off early. If you say so. But also, if you do this, I know Leo, and he might be heartbroken. You will definitely actually be heartbroken. I know. But I just can't. Back in the present, April walked in when he looked at his phone. Hey, Leo, did you possibly get a voice message from a listener? Yeah? Why? I would recommend clicking on that. Why? I don't think it's important or anything. It really is. They told me it is. Well, if you say so. He gets up by April and clicks it, putting it up to his ear. and he hears her voice. Hey, Leo, I know you can't come to the phone right now, but all I wanted to say is, it's hard to say it too. I really love you and everything, but learning about you and Karai and all of this is happening so much. I can't, Leo. I love you with all my heart, but I can't stand having a heartbreak like this. And I just can't. I love you, but I'm done now. We're over. I'm breaking up with you. And I know you'd be devastated, but... And I'm devastated too. It's just... I'm rambling. I'm sorry, Leo. Goodbye. He looks at the floor. A tear falls from his eye down to his cheek. And all he says was, he's gone. Oh, Leo. April hugs him and tells him it's going to be alright. But with you out of his life, he feels like it won't be anymore.